Killing spree. Double kill.
welcome back to the Halo World Championship. Here with KingNick, it's going to be G1 versus Complexity. And of course, the series tied 1-1 now for both of these squads. Do you have anybody that you favor in this series? I mean, G1, I think they're looking good, better and better each event, but I still don't think they've hit their stride just yet.
I think we're looking at trends of what's happened over the past couple months of play. You definitely have to favor G1 in this series. Complexity been on a little bit of a downward trend, and G1 a little bit of a rising tide. That being said, right now, Complexity, they've just looked better in the objectives thus far. Game 1 was clearly theirs. They definitely slipped up a little bit in the game 2. G1 came back and got that job done, but the thing about Complexity is they just have to finish out series. You have to be able to get to that 3-win column, and so far they've just been struggling to do that after a few of these tournaments.
Well, they are struggling to finish up series, but they are not struggling in this game. They've got one cap here already down on the board, and that cap's going to be huge, especially with the series score the way it is. 2 down for Complexity right now. Karmea make that 3 dead for Complexity now. Maybe a chance for G1 to push and get some map control. They end up pulling that flag, but it's a bit scrappy.
Yeah, I think this one's not going to be going that far unless G1 finds some sort of solution early in this game so far. Complexity's been doing a great job of just standing strong, not giving up too much space, and really, I think they've done a great job of giving G1 respect. Right? They aren't trying to get over. They aren't trying to overextend constantly. They're not trying to just ego chow everything out. They're giving G1 space, but they're being cautious about where G1 can go and trying to get themselves advantages in these gunfights. So far, it's working well for KingNick and Gilkey. Karmea and Tusk, you know, not much in the kill column, but I think they're happy with the results thus far.
Yeah, you said it's working out for Gilkey and ends up getting a double kill there to potentially open up the map just a bit, but no pressure is being added just yet. Precision trying to look for that opening. It's going to be Tusk who he finds a great call out to clean up that kill. And because of that, Precision's going to have the heat wave to work with now. That flag comes out once again, but it's a bit scrappy for the second time now for Complexity.
Yeah, Precision's just, I think it's almost a disbelief that there was no Complexity players there to try to even get on that flag to continue it on. And that's what I mean by this Complexity team giving a lot of respect to G1. They're not going to fly out in the open and try to desperate off a flag. They're going to go step by step, guide by guide on how you play Halo Infinite capture the flag. It's getting kill after kill. You get 3 of them, you're able to pull out a flag. Now you have a little bit more momentum behind you to try to make this flag run a reality.
You got 2 kills between these 2 guys, Tusk and Karmea, but they've got the flag all the way over to the mid side of the map, and that's where KD is important, but in this situation, it's not so important. These next couple of kills, though, will be. They've got to get these in order to secure that flag and pull it through just a bit further. Huss ends up going down, so this could be the opening that they need. They get it to their utility side, and Karmea is going to try and stop the cross on the top center, it looks like. That player does get by, so great awareness by Karmea right there. He's going to get 2 because of it.
A
Beautiful double kill out of him. That secures the second cap for Complexity. Really well done.
Yeah, really heads up play by Karmea, right? He knows exactly what he needs to do, get those 2 kills, and then it activates the rest of their team to get the work done. And honestly, right now, KingNick and Gilkey are just having the games of their lives, right? And you see that discrepancy in the kill column, and you think, wow, this has been really lopsided. But Karmea and Tusk are really playing this game to give those 2 opportunities to make plays. Finally, G1, this is a solid attack plan that they have right here. This flag's out. They are in the base. Only Gilkey can really stand in their way.
Oh, Gilkey is going to stand in their way, but can he get this kill? He does. He also gets the flag pull as well. Beautiful play there. Not able to return the flag, but he gets the trade with a 2-shot beatdown. That's 3 down for G1. KingNick going to try to continue this flag over. He pulls it once, but now he wants to go for this return. Normally, this play's a little bit rough here because they did get the spawns on the back of flag.
Not every kill's created equal in Halo. You know, this flag gets all the way back, but the reality is Gilkey's last alive. He gets a kill, and that kill has directly led to this flag standoff that we see now, where Complexity has a chance not only to deny G1 their first capture on the board, but potentially to go up 3-0.
That would be devastating, especially with the fact that the series is tied 1-1, going up 3-0 in Aquarius, especially a map like this where, you know, you definitely can make that comeback happen. Against a squad like Complexity, it will be difficult. KingNick gets a kill, ends up backing off here. The flag standoff is still in effect. Blue flag is halfway returned, though. If anyone can get over there, it looks like instead Huss will just aggress towards KingNick. KingNick's going to smartly rotate this over to his teammates on the fridge side, hoping that they spawn there. That nade might contest those spawns, though. The kill does come out for Huss. Those shocks definitely looking to be worthy here as those spawns come on through, and they're just trying to kind of force themselves through, and it doesn't work out. 3 down for Complexity here, and now a return of the flag.
I got to give some love to Huss for that play. The way that he played that game, that life is just about perfect. It's exactly what you want to see for a team in that position. He stays calm, he stays present, right? You don't have to get yourself right into that play. You can wait for the right moment, right opportunity. He does just that, cuts this lead in half, and, well, G1, this game's far from over for them.
It's really interesting to look at the stat sheet. You got 2 players on each side that are literally 15 kills plus, and then the other 2 players that are both below 10. Really, really cool to see like these teams comparatively in that way. Only a 1-cap lead now for Complexity here. G1 looking to continue to put pressure on the map, and they're doing just that with Huss at the forefront, the spearhead of this squad. But unfortunately, that spear does get taken out, and because of that, that push will be nullified.
Yeah, Huss is just trying to be Superman in that position. He's trying to be the savior for his team and just get a ton of damage downrange. The problem is there's no finish, right? And because there's no finish to any of those kills, it allows Complexity to stay active on the map. They keep pushing, marching forward, really, with this play. And it's a 1-2 combo that punches hard in the base of G1. This is just phenomenal work as far as Karmea gets a flag further to home.
Complexity, we're 2 dead. There is 1 player that can contest here inside of the base. It's going to be Boam, but he ends up getting taken out, and Complexity will take a 2-cap lead. 3-1 now the score. And with a tie series, this is a big swing game number 3 here. Karmea ends up getting taken out there by Precision. 3 down now for Complexity. Tusk, the last player alive in the backup base.
And suddenly there's a real clock in the head of G1 where you have to start getting flag caps soon. When there's a 2-flag differential, it changes the way that you can play a game. You can play a lot more defensively. You don't have to be as aggressive into plays. You can try to bait more teams into the half line. G1, they try to get aggressive because they know how that flag has to go in. Complexity just immediately take advantage. Smart plays by Guilty, constantly get into this back base. Yeah, try to do a little toss-up, but Karmea just doesn't have the arm power for it, man. You got to get back to that weight room, get a couple more weights on that. Oh my God, the QT play back into the flag, impressive. Oh, and then shoot the nade. Complexity trying to get creative with it, but it just won't be enough.
Yeah, this might turn into a counter cap here. 2 down, they get the fridge spawns though. KingNick's already inside the base, so he's going to be able to get that cleanup onto Precision, but that flag will make it towards that table side. See if they're able to get that return. It looks like Complexity will get the return here. So it'll be a little bit of a reset, and now KingNick taking control of the car side of the base. Of the map, I'm sorry.
It's just, Complexity just has so much control of the map right now, and with only 3 minutes left in this game, really Complexity, they don't even have to necessarily worry about getting a flag cap in. If you do, you guarantee this game for yourself. But the reality is you're playing Slayer, and then, hey, you know, if things go right, you can go run a flag.
Right.
But for them, it's just playing that half line. Don't let anyone get behind you. Keep your enemies in front of you. Let's play Slayer for the next few minutes.
See if they're able to do that. 1 goes down for Complexity, and also 1 on the side of G1. Precision playing aggressively here. Opts to go for the cleanup kill onto Karmea. That's 3 dead for Complexity. This will be a run through utility side as the spawns come out on the fridge. And he'll end up being able to stay alive as well. It's going to be Swish, though, on the other side. That Precision has to pull this flag to, and he could potentially be the X factor here in this pull. If he can get some damage in across the map, it could be huge for them. But right now, he's playing slow. They're on that card 2 side. Flag is about to be returned. Swish ends up getting taken out. That was exactly what Complexity needed there, but still the flag gets pulled. 4 down for G1, though, and Tusk will be the last player alive, and he will return the flag.
Yeah, just Complexity never got too caught up in the moment. They stay strong. They don't overextend. They wait for their opening picks, and then they collapse in from there. It's just strong, fundamental Halo that's been carrying them through. And when you have a 2-capture lead like this, it allows you to play at a much more stable rate.
Well, like you said, they can play a lot of defensive Halo here. Karmea, that's exactly what he's doing. I like the position of Gilkey, though. They do know he's back there, so he will end up going down. Great job by Precision to have that game awareness. Precision trying to stay alive here. Has to put some shots into Karmea. They take him out as well. 3 down for Complexity. This is the chance right now to get this flag pull. Last player is going to be KingNick. He gets taken out as well. So there will be a stagger, but they can't get the flag past the 50% portion of the map.
No, unfortunately, Huss is just stuck at his line, not able to move forward, and I think Complexity's going to get away with this one more time where G1 have control of the base, they get the kills, but they just aren't quite able to traverse fast enough to stop this flag from getting returned, and it happens once again. It's been just constant failure on the side of G1 to execute on the second half of these flag runs. And they're doing all the work, and that's what's disappointing about it. It's not like they're not getting the kills. It's not like they're not playing for the position. It's more of a timing issue and an execution issue at the end of the day.
Yeah, the timing has definitely been a factor here, especially as they approach that 50% portion. The spawns coming out in the side of Complexity's favor. And with 15 seconds left, we'll call this right away. Complexity going to be up in the series 2-1 versus G1, who, like you said, they did everything they needed to do. A little bit of body disrespect coming out from Karmea, a little bit of a statement there made.
They gave him a little of the brat brat. Said, hey, stay down.
Yep.
Stay down, don't get up. 2-1 lead for Complexity against the Gamers' first team. And honestly, just a very solid win. I didn't see many mistakes from Complexity throughout that entire game. They just stayed consistent, stayed strong, and again, that's some of victory.
Well, now we hop over to Solitude Strongholds. A game type we have seen being played multiple times here is, of course, very swingy game type, but you always talk about the control you need to have over the loop side. And of course, being able to make sure you have that anchor is so very important. We'll definitely look to see teams controlling that, but G1 have to answer back. Obviously, this is it right here for this series. If they end up losing this, they'll give Complexity that advantage in the pools. But from what we've seen on this chart, objective games not necessarily on the side of G1. They won that Slayer by 5 kills, but that was all they were able to accomplish.
Yeah, the thing about Strongholds is probably the most Slayer-like game type for objectives,
Okay.
Just because you have a lot more freedom on the map, right? So when you're playing a map that is like King of the Hill, Oddball, CTF, you all have a centralizing objective,
right,
where everyone's kind of centralizing around that singular objective. On Strongholds, it's very rotational, right? You have 3 set objectives that you have this freedom on the map to move in. Obviously there's still a lot of objective influence of where you're going to go because of it, but you have a lot more freedom to flank. You have a lot more freedom to play fast, play slow, have that dynamic style of play, where in the other objectives you're very much singularly focused on that objective. If you go out of your way to go for a long flank in a game of King of the Hill, it's going to cost your team if you don't have the right timing. Not necessarily the same in Strongholds. I think G1 is a team that likes to play fast. I envision them having a pretty strong performance here. I wouldn't necessarily say I guarantee the victory, but in my opinion, I see a Game 5 on the horizon.
Wow. I definitely think that G1 have the potential. I've talked about Swish so many times in all the, these past 2 seasons that I've casted him. I think he's definitely like a really, really solid player, as of course we look at the replays here, but definitely a player to look out for. He's a grinder, right? He puts a lot of time in, and previously being on G1, then coming off the team, then coming back is the reason he's back on the squad. The guy works really hard. He's got an incredible shot as well. And what's crazy is, like, I always told him, man, you should switch your name to Swish Force, right? What are you doing?
Never.
No need.
He knew.
No, he knew the whole time. He knew see what I mean? He knew the whole time that
how lame would it have been if you switched it this year and then they come back?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Swish knew what was up.
Smart man.
He just needed to wait just a little bit longer. And G1 already coming out the gate pretty strong. Boam's going to be able to get this quantum translocator. And what I love is the split pushes right here. It just sets Boam up beautifully for this kill. And now with this QT up, he stays alive. This is just about perfect for the start for G1.
That's exactly what I was going to say, right? A massive flank. They were completely focused on something else. He was able to get 2 kills and a third and a snipe. An assist on a third and a snipe. So huge by Boam. It's exactly what G1 need, especially in this moment. We're at the Halo World Championships here, okay? We can't have none of this, you know, hipsy-daisy type stuff. We got to come in here and play our absolute best Halo.
Hipsy-daisy?
That's right. Hipsy-daisy.
What does that mean?
I just made it up, brother, and we're going to use it now.
God, you're so old.
You know what? It's okay. I'm hip. Hipsy-daisy.
Hipsy, bro. You're hipsy.
Boam, though, popping off. I mean, 4-1-0 to start this game off.
It's Hipsy-daisy's great.
It's Hipsy-daisy.
Oh, man, going down into this hill. I mean, G1, they don't necessarily have to make the first move. And Complexity's getting into these hills early, trying to make something happen. But the reality is G1, they can just slowly trickle in their resources over and over again to reset, to play for this hill. It's going to take a lot of effort, or at least a lot of time for Complexity to focus up and secure this hill. Well, you know, that's like a 30-second gunfight right there to secure your bottom mid hill.
What's interesting is that they went for bottom center, right? Normally you have C, you go for that A side, maybe let them get C, and then you can go for B, but they decided to go for B right away. It's kind of like a Halo 5-esque type play, but ended up working out for them. Complexity starting to put some time on the board here. 42-20 now as they try to maintain control, but it looks like players will spawn in the bottom of the lift, and that will kind of put a wrench into things just a bit.
Oh, beautiful play by Gilkey using that quantum translocator. Translocates his way to another kill, and so far, you know, G1 had a great start out the gate. Complexity is just answering back. Now, what's interesting right here is Complexity. Normally, you'd like to see people towards that loop side, but Tusk, he's anchoring towards blue, and it's not necessarily the end of the world as long as you're aware of what you're causing, what spawns you're causing. Why he does that is he has a lot of players on Nest, and the only real way to support your Nest pushes and your Nest setup is by having a player at blue. They do it wonderfully. They get 2 kills, and Complexity looking strong at the beginning of this game.
They are looking extremely strong. All of that lead that you talked about, like you said, completely nullified here by Complexity. Now they maintain a lead, and that lead is almost double the points of G1. And it seemed almost effortless to make that happen. The perfect kill comes out from KingNick. He's ready for the new Bandit, baby.
Yeah, apparently this Bandit's way harder to use, too. KingNick might just be getting himself an upgrade come next season, but Trip Cap is in. Complexity are just rolling steady throughout this game.
They maintain control. They force the spawns once again on the loop, like you said, a little bit unorthodox, but it's working out for them, and it's all about, you know, that positioning of your teammates playing around them. KingNick ends up going down the bottom center of the map. 2 down for G1. Gilkey.
Oh, you said that looked like a tap straight.
It did. It looked really cool, actually.
Yeah, that was like some Apex tap strafing going on. So what you can do is you do have influence of yourself in air in Halo, and if you come off that ledge quickly, you can make some cool little strays happen. Gilkey with his double kill, but oh my, I just want to give a little shout out to that little cheeky tap strafe in the game.
This is like those little things that we still haven't come up with yet. Halo 2 took a long time to get quad shot. I believe it was like middle of 2006.
2006, what were you doing in 2006?
Playing Halo 2 nonstop. Every single day.
I was getting my juice box after my soccer match.
Oh, there you go, man.
In elementary school. It was a blast.
There you go. You missed out on a beautiful game, but it's okay. We got this beautiful game, right? Gilkey. You know what I haven't seen a lot of today? Hit snipe shots. I feel like every player we watch is, you know, they're warming up with.
Hey, you don't like Gilkey?
I love Gilkey. I think he's one of the best snipers in the game. There it is. That's me. I just had to ask for it, baby. That's all we needed to do.
Yeah, that's what it is. No, Gilkey, I believe, bro. Don't stress.
He can hear me. All right, we have this thing. No, Gilkey's insane. He's always been incredible, and of course, Complexity showcasing that they're incredible. They're about to hit 170 points here, and you know, all the while, G1 has only gotten 2 more points since the very beginning of the game. What are they doing wrong?
It's not necessarily what they're doing wrong. I think it's more what Complexity's doing right. They've been quick on their rotations. They are deliberate in their setups, and the reality is this is the hardest map to break a setup on, and Swish might have just gotten the important kill to finally give them some space. He needs to win 1 more, and that's the problem with this map, right? You win 1 piv, you have to win the next. It's usually it's a 2-pronged setup whenever you have to make these attacks. And complexity, this trip gap, it looks final. I don't think there's anything G1 can really do in this position to easily get out. It's going to come down to some big individual slays.
Yeah, call the USPS. We have a stamped-in triple cap here, and honestly, I don't think there's any possible way we'll see that Mel get returned, and that'll be it. There it is, complexity with a very convincing win there, not only in the series, but in that game. 3-1, they'll win that series, and they'll give themselves another point on the notch in pool play.
Fantastic.
And I've honestly never seen them play that good. I feel like complexity has leveled up for this event.
Yeah, no, complexity, I mean, hey, talk about being ready at the right time, you know? Worlds win a big match, that's probably going to guarantee them second in their pool now, unless G1 makes some crazy stuff happen against Optic Gaming, which, you know, never say never.
Never say never.
Always said it. My idol, Canadian legend, said that one day. Jaden Smith was in front of him.
Okay.
A Karate Kid, loved it.
So we got Sentinels versus Cloud9 starting soon. So that'll be an interesting one.
Ooh. Sentinels?
Sentinels? I like Sentinels, man. You know,
I haven't been able to watch Sentinels yet today.
Me neither. We haven't. So I'm excited to see what they're capable of, and hopefully, you know, maybe it'll be a really good matchup. What do you think about Cloud9 right now? What do you think about how they've been performing?
They took a game off of, who did they take a game off of? Space Station.
Space Station, okay.
So, you know, hey, you know, props out.
Yeah, I get, yeah, Space Station's like sleepy on Fridays.